game, get in the game, say it. Get in the game, get in the game. Get your head in the game, head in the game, say it. Get your head in the game, head in the game. Stay in the game.
Told me you felt uncomfortable. You never told me you felt any pressure. Was I blind to the signs? Though you looked in my eyes and said everything was alright. How does that make me understand that something is wrong? Girl, how could you comprehend? Alright, you made it plain at all.
Welcome back to Spiritual Downloads. I'm your host, Ms Anna Stephenson, and that song you just heard, folks, is by recording artist True. He's a singer and he is a rapper, and this young man is on the rise. Folks, he's going someplace, and I'm glad that he's frequenting Spiritual Downloads, because when he become rich and famous, I'm going to ask him for some money. Okay, True, it's great to have you on Spiritual Downloads. How are you doing out there?
Hey, Ms Anna, I appreciate you having me. How are you?
Well, I appreciate you coming on. Now, you're all the way in South Carolina, right?
Yes, ma'am. Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia, South Carolina is on the map. Now, that song that we just heard, I Thought I Had a Friend. Is that the title of it?
Thought I Had a Friend.
Thought
yes, man, that's it.
Okay, now, where is the title like? Because you're young. And sound like somebody's like, feeling a little, broken heart or something there. That's what, You see, people read all kind of things into, songs, Is that, where did that come from? What inspired that song?
Well, to make it short, I had a situation recently where I met, it was a girl. I met a girl. And I thought she was cool, I thought she was real and everything like that, but some things happened later on that proved otherwise. And when you meet somebody you think is one way, but you find out they're not who you thought they were, that really, at least for me, that really jacks me up. So that turned into that song.
Okay. Well, that's really cool because we can hear some passion there, so that's why I said, we hear a little broken heart, a little something, and, but that's pretty cool that and that's a real artist. You take life events and you can turn it into music. That's art. And now you have some other titles like Crippled Soulja.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you're a young man. What do you know about a crippled soldier?
Well, that came from me talking about how I feel about where I am in life, and that song is mainly focusing on some internal struggles I'm having as far as like God and stuff like that. So I called it Crippled Soulja because, like in the beginning of the song, I say things like, how can I say you by my side when I feel you don't care? How can I say you understand when I feel you ain't here? So it's like I'm crippled in the sense of there's a belief thing that everyone is saying I'm supposed to just be able to latch on to, but I'm crippled in the sense of I can't latch on to it because I'm not able for some reason to connect with it. And the soldier part is I feel like in living life every day in some kind of a way is like a fight and almost like a war in a way, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually too. So in my day-to-day fight as a soldier, right now I feel a little crippled.
Well, now I got
the thing. You can go ahead.
For a young man, that's pretty deep. You're talking about your internal struggles. There's some things that you just can't come to grips with. So there's an internal struggle. So you come up with a title like "Crippled Soulja." That's a little deep, my love. but we want to let everybody know how to get a hold of your music. But before I even say that, you also rap as well as sing, because we all heard your voice when I took a little break there. And I love your voice, by the way, True. You have an old soul, and I love the tone, the sound. I love your voice. But you also rap. Is there one that you like doing better than the other?
No, I can't say that. I feel like singing, I've been doing that ever since I was probably 5 years old. But rapping kind of came later on in 8th grade. But singing is more natural to me, as far as I might get a rhythm in my head. I'll immediately just start making up some singing first. But I like both of them, because my rapping influence is from like the 90s, like Tupac and Snoop, people like that. And my singing is from like Bobby Womack and the Dramatics and Sam Cooke. So I really love both of those sounds, especially blended together.
Okay, now when you say Sam Cooke, you're again, I keep bringing this up that, about your age, because the young people don't listen to Sam Cooke and Bobby Womack. I barely, ran under that umbrella to listen to Sam Cooke. But I know Sam Cooke, I know the name, and Bobby Womack, yes. But these are much older people, much older than you. But your sound carries a lot of weight. Your sound carries a lot of weight. Is there anybody in particular that you would like to perform with?
I can't say that. I can't say that there's like a particular person I want to work with. Right now, I don't. Most of my songs is just me on it. I have done collaborations before with one artist I met down here in Columbia named Spades. But I'm not really big on rushing to collaborate with people. I really can't explain it, but it's probably because I'm more of a loner. I don't have that many friends, and when it comes to things like my music, I don't joke with that. So
okay,
if I collaborate with somebody, I'm going to take a good minute to feel them out before I even think about doing it.
I like that. I like what you're saying there. You know what you represent. You know who you are. So you're not too quick to just jump into a situation with somebody. You said you're going to take a good minute before, you decide that they're worthy of even being on your team. Now, what's the latest project? What's up and coming with you?
Well, what's up and coming is my debut rap first album. Like, when I say album, I mean like more than 8 songs. Because all my projects I've been putting out lately have been 5 songs. Like my first one, my second one was 5 songs, and this latest singing project called From the Heart, that's 5 songs. But now I'm working on an album called Gotta Be More, and that's going to have 10 songs. So that's what's going on right now.
Okay, so how do people get a hold of your music? What should they be doing?
Well, they can find my music on all the usual places they go to find, like Drake's music, like iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, YouTube, and also just recently I got my website redesigned and set up so that people who don't use iTunes and things like that, they can just go to my website and buy a digital download of my music that I have available for like $5, and they can buy a double disc that I made of my first project with a DVD of the music video for the people for $10. So I'm out there.
Yeah, also with being a singer and a rapper and all that, True, you're a businessman too. You set up that website and got your music on there, and people can download and pay for it. There's an entrepreneur and businessman inside of you also. Hey, listen, you and I are gonna have to do some work together too. The website. What do people do to go to that website? What do they look for? Because I know your name is not spelled True like TRUE. It's spelled the letter 2.
the number.
I'm
two,
sorry, the number 2, right?
The letter R, the letter U, and the number 3.
Okay.
Really, they can just Google that. Also, if they use Instagram, they can search that on Instagram. That should be the first thing popping up. Same for Twitter, Facebook. But definitely, if you Google that 2RU3, that should be the first thing popping up with my picture, links to my music, and it should have my website on there, which is true, like my name, 2RU3music.com. And either of those ways they look for me, they should have no problems finding me.
All right, folks, you got that? The number 2, the letter R, U, the number 3. That's how he spelled true. He's different, folks. You know, he's a little different, but the music is very, very deep. And there seems to be a little bit more to you. And I know I've said this before when you were on the show that you seem to have an old soul, but I'm sure people tell you that a lot.
Yeah, I do hear a lot of people saying it. Even before they hear my music, I guess it comes through in my personality too. They tell me I have an old soul.
Well, listen, when you make it big, remember us down here at Spiritual Downloads, because I'm going to be the first person to talk about, I know him. So, you know. But also, I want to make sure that we mention that you are, about the website, I just want to reiterate that. And the Crippled Soulja is one of your new songs. And what is Glad for You is another song that you have?
Yes, ma'am. Crippled Soulja is kind of a loose single I threw out there. But Glad for You is the single from my latest project I put out called From the Heart. And that's 5 songs of me just singing on there. The last song has some rapping in it, but other than that whole project is just me singing. But yeah, Glad for You is from that project, and I've also put out another song called Deep in My Heart, which is another rap song, kind of talking to a girl on that one in my own way. And I have another song I put out called Never Had a Friend Like You, which is kind of mixing two of some of my favorite songs I've heard. Hey DJ by the world famous Supreme Team, and Sweet Thing by Mary J. Blige, which is originally by Shaka Khan and Rufus. So
See,
I did that.
There you go again, Shaka Khan and Rufus. See, that goes back in my day. Shaka Khan and Rufus, that goes back to my day. And I can remember Shaka Khan from high school. And here you are talking about Shaka Khan, but you are truly an artist, true. And folks, again, his name is spelled with the number 2, the letter RU3. Go look him up. Hit him up on Facebook. Download his music. Go to that website. Go ahead and pay for it now. Don't try and take everything for free. Go ahead and pay for it. True, thanks for being on Spiritual Downloads. You're always welcome back. I'm looking forward to the day that you walk in the studio to do a show with me, all the way from South Columbia, South Carolina, where my family lives also.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I have family. I have family in South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, True. Listen, sorry that the show came to an end, but hold the line. Don't hang up. Thanks for being on Spiritual Downloads.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, as always.
Okay, listen, folks. I'm here every Saturday at 4 o'clock, and also be heard on 95.3 FM, also on the internet at WNNradio.com, also on iHeartRadio, and you can also download the TuneIn app and the WNN AM 1470 app. Keep those dials set to AM 1470, and I'll be back next week.